week, I'm going to focus on simplifying recipes or cooking food that can go a long way, but yet it's easy to pull out of the refrigerator and you can do a variety of meals with it. We are starting with easy ingredients here. This is not a recipe. Just cook up some hamburger or ground turkey. If you want to cook an onion with it, you can. I went ahead and sprayed the pan because this very lean ground turkey has a tendency to stick. Because the meat is so lean, we're using just a little bit of avocado oil. Now this is over a pound, 19.2 ounces. What we're going to do is add a little bit of flavor to this. We're going to use this for more than one meal. We just want to do a light seasoning and not put very many ingredients because we may be changing it up from tacos to sloppy joes to spaghetti. This is a flexible protein that can be used in nearly every type of meal. I already have the onion in there. I need to pull it together with a little salt and pepper. Garlic or onion powder adds a lot of flavor. Chili powder. Cumin. Ketchup. Very little mustard. We're just going to take it easy and relax. We don't have a recipe here. We're playing it by ear. We're being careful and not adding too much seasoning. We'll be using this in combination with other prepped ingredients to create meals over the next 2 to 3 days. For the first meal, we're going to add another protein because we're going to use very little meat because we're using a combination of fresh vegetables. And we're going to make a salad. We're going to use kidney beans. My husband loves kidney beans. You can use chili beans. You can use pinto beans, whatever kind of beans you like. I'm just going to rinse these beans. If you're using chili beans, I recommend you not rinse the beans because it has a delicious chili sauce that will complement any taco salad. And now we have our beans, which can be used for the taco salad or for another dish. For the salad, we're using romaine lettuce. My husband likes tomato, and I like peppers. And if I had black olives, I would use those. We can buy already shredded cheese, but it is not nearly as tasty. And you can usually get a better deal on chunk cheese. This is meal idea number 1. I think I mentioned it that I was making taco salad at some point. I let it slip, didn't I? As you can see, you can just add a combination. You can make the salad first. My husband doesn't like a whole lot of lettuce, so we do small bowls at a time. And we'll eat this for lunch or a light dinner. It's the next day. It's time for simplified meal number 2. We have dirty rice and we have broccoli. So we're going to create a very simple meal, combined the dirty rice with the cooked ground turkey. We have 2 pots on the stove. I'm boiling some water and a little bit of vegetable oil. That's optional. And following the recipe on the package for the New Orleans style dirty rice. We are steaming the entire package of the fresh broccoli. This way we can use it for other meals coming up, like broccoli soup, for example. The water is boiling. We add the dirty rice mix. And we are going to let this finish cooking until it's almost completely done before we add the ground turkey from the refrigerator. I turn the burner down to a simmer. I put the lid on it. It should take about 25 minutes. The rice is almost fully cooked. We added about a cup of the prepared ground turkey. The recipe in the box says to add a pound. You can do that if you like. If you have a large family, you need a high protein meal. And the broccoli is done also, so we'll be using this for multiple meals. The dirty rice meal is plated. Added a little cherry tomato for garnish. The broccoli can be served plain or seasoned with butter, salt, and pepper. Now we are going right into another meal idea that we can use the ground turkey for, and that is a burger bowl. I'm going to cut these washed sweet potatoes up into French fries and bake them in the oven. It's real easy. Yeah, the hardest part will be just chopping up the potatoes, and it doesn't take that long with a good sharp knife. And we'll make our burger bowl, and there's a special sauce that goes with that, and we'll use up the rest of that romaine lettuce and a few other ingredients. I think burger bowls are very popular now. It's a deconstructed burger and fries. That's what it is. So we have our sweet potato fries cut up. I tried to cut them up smaller because we're using a burger that is deconstructed. I'm going to toss a little avocado oil and salt and pepper and rub the seasoning into the cut potatoes. And we're going to bake them in the oven, 400 Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. And you just want the potatoes to be one layer. So you just spread them out as thinly as you can. And I'm just going to eyeball this, but it's a cup of mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, a drop of apple cider. All we need is a teaspoon. 2 tablespoons of ketchup, onion powder or garlic powder, a little pepper, and a little salt. And just give it a stir and mix all the ingredients together thoroughly. We took the French fries out of the oven. Now we're going to turn them over a little bit, just toss them. Hopefully some of them will end up on the other side. Now we'll bake them for about 10 to 15 minutes longer. This special sauce tastes like Big Mac sauce. That's what it tastes like. We're just waiting on the fries. They're still baking. And here's the finished burger bowl. And it looks really good. Let me know what you think. I think this is a winner. I think my husband will love it. Now, surprisingly, I have some ground turkey left. Oh, my husband's going to be so excited. I'm going to make a 4th meal out of this. I have gluten-free spaghetti, and we have some other ingredients. Let's check out the cupboard and then the refrigerator and see if we have everything we need to make baked spaghetti. I believe they call it $1 million spaghetti. All right, now my cupboards need reorganized, but let's look back here. Yeah, we've got 2 jars. So roasted garlic. Oh, this is very flavorful. So we'll use this. And we'll gather whatever cheeses we have for this and sour cream. We don't have cottage cheese, but we'll still make it work. And I have some mozzarella in the back refrigerator, so I'm going to grab that too. Yep. I'm glad I have this reserve back here. Those old potatoes need to be used up. That will be for Pantry Challenge Week 4. Let's just break it up. My husband does not. He likes it in small pieces. Give the pasta some flavor there. And we'll wait for this to boil. Combination of sour cream and cream cheese. I don't have cottage cheese. I'm just going to blend these together. Okay, I'm going to put a little parsley, dried parsley in this, and just a little bit of shredded cheese. But we're going to save the shredded cheese, most of it, for the topping. The pasta is done. We do not want to overcook this because it's going to bake in the oven also. My husband chose the roasted garlic. This saves time. I don't have to cut up garlic. The sauce is already done. The meat's done. We're just going to combine these two together. I just use this pan because it's the same pan I used for the pasta. And our sauce is ready to go. The remainder of the spaghetti I'll use for another dish coming up. This is a quicker way to do it, mixing everything together rather than layering pasta and sauce separately. It's always good to have 2 spoons, and so you don't have to use your hands. You can put a layer of cheese, but we want quite a bit for the topping. Let's just layer that over there. Now we'll add the cheese. And we added red onion for garnish. But this is looking good. I put it in a preheated oven at 350 Fahrenheit until the cheese melts, probably 20 minutes or so. If you have a recipe for spaghetti salad, please let me know. That will be in the next cooking video coming up. Here we have our baked spaghetti, and I just garnished it with some fresh parsley. Now we are going to do some baking. We're going to turn one item that is really easy, and it is from a mix. We're going to turn it into a salad, believe it or not. This is one of my favorite salads, and my husband absolutely loves it. And these baked items I eat at breakfast time along with a cup of coffee. All right, then I'm going to go straight through from here on, and we're going to end the video, and then I'll say goodbye to you. So I'm going to bake a cornbread, and this is from Jiffy Mix. That's the mix I was talking about. While this cornbread is baking, we'll put together our cake batter. Okay. Here we are whisking together eggs, shortening, and sugar. We'll add our cinnamon, baking soda, and baking powder. She just used baking soda because her type of flour was self-rising. Well, I don't have that. So I put in some extra leavening, which is the baking powder. Her recipe just calls for baking soda. I used both. So we doubled the amount of leavening. Yeah. So this is the cinnamon, and this is the spicy part of the cake. Next we'll add the milk. And the flour. And the applesauce. We'll just mix them all together very well. And I decided to use a larger bowl, and everything's mixing up very well. This is a very easy recipe, but if you use a mixer, it will blend together easy. It will be easier to blend it together. We have our cake ready to put in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit, preheated for about 30 minutes. While the cake is baking, we'll work on our cornbread salad. Gathered our toppings together. Most of these were already prepped or leftovers from the refrigerator, like the corn and the beans. But I did shred some cheese, and I cut up some orange bell pepper and a little bit of tomato. We're running low on cherry tomatoes, so we're mainly going to use this for the topping. Okay. And I made a special sauce. This is very easy. I will link the recipe to cornbread salad in the description of this video. And I've made this before on my channel. I believe it's on my playlist. And this is very easy. It's just sour cream, ranch dressing, mayonnaise, a little salt, a little pepper, and 2 splashes of milk. And we like a little sriracha. We like to spice it up just a little bit. This is the key to this recipe. Everything else is easy to memorize. And I'm using half of the cornbread for this recipe. And I'm just going to crumble some on the bottom like this. And you can do as many layers as you like. You can use the whole cornbread. You can increase the toppings and everything. Increase the sauce. First thing I like to do is add some beans, onion. You could do any kind of arrangement that you like for this. And corn. Orange pepper and cheese. That's one layer. Just going to use about 1/3 of the sauce. And create 2 more layers, starting with the cornbread. This is very easy to assemble. It is colorful, healthy, and delicious. And I made the apple spice cake, and this will be for dessert and breakfast throughout the week. Thanks for watching today. Remember to check your cupboards and refrigerator before going to the grocery store and use what you have. Create some wonderful meals and save money.